Today's video, we're going to look at five big ones, guys. 5 stocks that I foresee being a pelter. I did a video several weeks ago, and I'll share the link here. It tanked really hard. No one watched it. It was brilliant. I did a video there comparing how the ETF's done, and thankfully the ETF picks were good. Over the year, you would be delighted with the returns. Considering how the growth stocks have went, to be fair, you probably would have done better on them than anything else. But this video is going to be about five growth stocks, 5 stocks that I think we're going to have a big year ahead of. And the reason I think that is because they're just phenomenal companies, and they are a mix of ones that have huge big catalysts. So without further ado, let's go. Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Something that happens by chance, I think not. What is the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope, of course, you are all well. We're nearly there, nearly Crimbo time. The big man's coming soon. Hopefully, you are all got your Santa lists in, and you've all been good girls, boys, thems, theirs, it's whatever is all the different sayings out there now. I know I'm trying to be diverse and understand all this, but yeah, whatever. The naughty list. Hopefully, you aren't on that. First stock that I want to talk about out of my top 5 big ones is a stock that I've been talking about on the channel. I'm Ian Beale style. I love the stock. It's been nothing but a pain in the arse over the last year. The reason being, like most stuff in the growth sector, it has went down the toilet. And it is Teladoc. We can see here this time last year, you are down 49.58%. So why would I still be wanting a stock that has done so poorly? We have price targets of in and around 159.38 up to 215. That shows roughly an upside of 63%. At a high level though, the reason I'm talking about it is because I've loved it. I've been invested in it for the last 18 months now, and I just foresee it as a bit of a COVID play. And with the Rony Roan being the way that it is, we seen on Friday one lovely jump of 12%. And this is also ARK Invest, Cathy Wood's second or possibly third, not sure, but I think it's second. Biggest holding, speaks volumes as well. So within all that, do your own due diligence, of course. But that is number 1. My next stock is a stock that I cover a lot on the channel, so I'll not go into too much detail. I'll share the link to the previous video. You can go in, and then every video there I share the link to the previous video, so you can go back and have a good look, or just go on my YouTube channel and type Codel Minerals, and it'll bring up all my Codel videos. Long story short, huge catalyst coming up here in January. We're hoping to have an update on how the mining process is going, how finance is going. We have secured the mining license. In short, they are going to be able to hopefully hold all their lithium resource, and we know where lithium is going to the moon. I would anticipate it going to all-time highs next year. And if we just take a step back, without going into too much detail, you can see here, 1 year we're up 251%. So it's been great. And I've had a great joy with it. I have been swinging in and out of it. The back of the mining license, I thought this thing was just going to go for 2 days, so I just went Ian Beale style, didn't look at charts, just went on the fundamental news, and unfortunately I got caught with my pants down. Really not good. Serious gaping, down nearly 50%, but it has recovered in the last 5 days. It's recovered almost 20%. And it's showing strength, and I understand why. We had a bit of an update the other day. We thought there would be a period of 6 months before we get an update. He came out and says, look, you're going to get that in half the time in January. So that one is a great long hold, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like that's a good one for 2022. It could really kick things off with a bang in January and wipe away all them blues. The next one on the list, surprise, surprise, is Argo Blockchain. Very bullish on this stock, but it's getting some serious mainstream. 2 days ago, Meet Kevin, huge influencer, obviously, in the content creating space on YouTube. He started doing an interview with Peter Wall, and I just think it came across so well. I'm very bullish on it, don't get me wrong, do your own due diligence of course, but if we look here up on the year, when I'm using the ARB ticker symbol here, which is on 3 exchanges, but it's on the London Stock Exchange, and the reason I'm showing you the London Stock Exchange is because we have a year to look back on. On the year, we're up 528%, not too bad, right? And on the 23rd of September, the stock opened up on the NASDAQ, and since then, it hasn't had that good of a time. It is down 23%, but Bitcoin's massively down. The reason I'm bullish about this and the reason I think this is going to be good is not even the price targets, which is showing 100% upside currently based on 5 ratings. So that's obviously good. But what I'm actually excited about is we're going to have our plant, brand new, spanking, state-of-the-art plant, very, very competitive to anyone in this space. And the video that I did yesterday, and I will share that link about me, Kevin, gives you a high-level summary of exactly where this company is, and it's very, very up-to-date. So I would recommend anyone that's interested in Argo Blockchain, who are a crypto miner in the space of Bitcoin, to do a bit extra than that. And they were talking about other things that were exciting and new. I came out in the video, they're talking about maybe making further investments in other things outside, more in the like NFT startup companies. They're also talking about potentially leasing out some of their space. There's a lot of different things that are go watch the video if you're interested in that as a high level summary. But Argo Blockchain for me has got a big year ahead. Yes, very much dependent on Bitcoin prices, which could be ropey, and God knows where it could be in a year's time. But all things being well, and Bitcoin holds up where it is now, or ideally goes higher up, I anticipate this being a huge gainer over the next year. Technically, the next one isn't so much of a growth one. If it's one of the FANG stocks, can you really say it's that big of a growth one? Some people would, some people wouldn't. You can debate about that. But for me, this is one that I am going to go A and B in. I've got nothing left. I've been in and out of Facebook, but it doesn't that excite me. What excites me about Meta is the new name. No, it's not the new name. They're trying to rebrand, possibly to try and cover up a multitude of sins, but it's also to try and introduce VR, baby, and I'm all about that. That is going to be the future. I've seen it get bigger and bigger and bigger over the last 5-6 years. I really do like the whole setup of that, and I think just what they're talking about doing and proposing, and how technology will just move. And even if we look at the advancements that we've seen in the last load of years, things that wouldn't have been manageable, the fact that we can put on a VR headset now and do so much already, the steps that they're talking about making just to me doesn't seem that far away. Now, the only thing with Meta, and this would be the caution, you mightn't get the best of gains on this. I don't know what way it could go, because there's going to be a huge layout for infrastructure and to try and get this out. What they're trying to do is almost deliver as many of these devices at cost, just so people find the price attractive, find it, well, I might as well buy it. A bit like your Amazon Echoes or basic entry levels, they're not there. It's so attractive that you go, I'll buy one. And it's smart, you're getting all these Amazon devices and then everything's linked in on the top of that. That's all feed into it, and that's where they make their money. So to me, I don't know what way it could go. There's going to be a lot of outlay, but for me, this is going to be a throbbing sector. And for me, I'm just going to start my position size and really start growing that in this year. So that's one of those ones. Well, why is he picking this if he's not too sure? I'm not too sure because of that outlay. I don't know how they're going to fund that, but I do know that if they put out all this stuff at cost price, there is a lot of add-ons for games and all this types of things. So it's just really hard to know what subscription package is going to look like there. If we go on to price predictions, it's consistently, it's saying 21.73%. And we can see on the year, it's up about 20%. So 20%, generally speaking, is very, very good gains. The best people in the world, Warren Buffett and the likes, always say, as long as you're getting more than 10%, you're doing very, very well. So to me, 20%, I will take that. If we get that, plus perhaps more, happy days. But either way, I want to be building my position. And if it doesn't take off to the moon, I would anticipate in the next couple of years that it really will. And we'll see a significant gain rather than just a sort of 20% boo-hoo. And the last one, we're going to go for a DeFi one. Now, this is very close for me. And it'll almost be, I'll give you both options and you can decide. For me, it's one or the other. Or spread the money across both and hold both, just to be safe. Square or SoFi? Hard to know. Let's have a look. So if we look at even the price expectations for Block stock, which is Square, SQ is the ticker symbol, they're saying roughly about a $292.55 average price, which shows about a 75% upside, okay? Versus SoFi, which is 73.58%. Now, I suppose what's attractive is the smaller price of SoFi, however, only 7 analysts. You're not getting a better average price. Square, been around longer, more stable, probably a bit more safer, in my opinion. 21 of views. I'm going to opt for Square. And the reason I'm picking Square over SoFi, although it is close, is because I actually like something that Square have offered this year. Square actually purchased Tidal, and Tidal had Jay-Z as a board member, and he was invested in it. And you can see here with Jay-Z, look, he's happy. He's very, very happy actually, and I'm not surprised. He made a clean fortune. Doesn't really matter too much about it, but the idea between Square was to try and get into music artists, is to offer them some sort of way of making platforms, almost a bit like some sort of management service. We still don't know the full details, but it really made my ears pick up. I kind of thought to myself, you know, could this potentially be a wee bit in the line of get rid of your manager, come to Square, we'll deal with your finances, you know, some sort of package there to be able to promote their albums, take in their money all through their Cash App. You can buy crypto as well in their Cash App, which is exposure to crypto and buying and services, and then you can go around and get their apps and use that then for taking payments in shops and stuff. There's a lot of stuff there that I really like, I see growing, and even just at a high level, all of that to me is a sector that I want to be in. So that's what I have chosen Square for. On the year, like Teladoc, not as bad as Teladoc, we are down, but all these sectors are taking a pounding, so you're getting great value, and that is why when you go to the likes of tip ranks or whatever, you're seeing a 75% upside. Some would say that we're already in a bear market. I kind of feel that we all have been in a bear market. I've done a previous video sort of saying maybe 6 months here of being in a bit of a bear market for the growth stocks, but really until those indices go down, it's kind of really hard to say, oh, we've had a market crash. We haven't. And also with these unprecedented times, with inflation, debt rates never being higher, the list goes on. I'm not going to make us cry, but with all of that considered, could this possibly be the worst market crash / bear market we have ever seen? I don't know. So like all of that could happen. I'm still going to keep my trading strategy. I'm going to, you know, pick these as my growth stocks, keep phasing in the money, build up a position size, whatever happens. I'll buy at the right time using the charts to top up, but I'm still going to keep cash heavy as best I can and try and do swing trading. So that's sort of my top stocks. But at the same time, a disclaimer, make sure just to keep smart. Don't go A and B style. I've got nothing left. If you want to learn how to swing trade, if you want to learn how to protect your money, maximize the best times to buy, all of this stuff, I speak in a lovely voice and I just talk you through it. I tell you, this is what we do, this is where you buy, this is what a MACD is, this is what an RSI is, all of this good stuff. Telling you about how to trade on a moving average, take away all the emotion, all the stress, and that I really do recommend the course. You can want to check that out. You can check out the link below. I also offer a cheaper course where I can kind of do like a screener. I talk you through it. This is how you find these types of stocks. This is how you find day trading stocks. These are how you use all this. I give you that video, I give you the PDF, and I give you access to the Discord, all for like £11. You can't beat it, guys. That is everything. If you have found this video informative, please like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. If you would like more videos like this, drop me a comment. I wish you a very good trading year ahead. I can't believe it. Year 2022. Woo! Yeah. Coincidence. Guys. Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.